Why don't South Africans like Nigerians? A Ghanaian woman just shared a powerful take, and it's sparking serious conversations. She says, when South Africans are accused of disliking foreigners, sometimes she understands where they're coming from. Not because she supports xenophobia, but because the reality is more complex. She believes if other African nationals weren't flooding into South Africa, locals might be more focused on the real roots of their problems, like systemic inequality and the lingering influence of apartheid structures. She points out that white communities like Orania have been around longer than other African migrants, and now South Africans feel squeezed from both ends, foreigners looking for greener pastures and elites who favor outsiders because they'll work for less. She says this makes South Africans seem lazy, when in truth, they're being undercut by desperation. Her message? Africans need to fix their own countries before chasing dreams elsewhere, and stop acting like locals are jealous just because they're defending their space. Instead of disrespecting the people living there, understand their pain. That's how we move forward as a continent.
Hello everybody. So every time South Africans complain about the problems in their country, about foreigners, about Nigerians to be specific, everybody would say, why wouldn't you just channel the problems to your government? Channel the problems to your government. And I also said that to South Africans during those times. I always say, why don't you channel the problems to your government? But the thing is, the truth of the matter is, the government that you are channeling the problem to has been corrupted. You know, these politicians are already corrupt. Yes, sorry, corrupt. And these Nigerians come in with an agenda. So they will start going around paying money, trying to push their way up. So that whenever there is a problem and the people stand up against them, they will have nothing to do. Politicians will not be able to say nothing because they've already bought them. So they will protect their interests. Exactly what is happening in Ghana. On the 19th, when Ghanaians decided to go for the demonstration, do you know that they also they sabotaged that on the 19th, the demonstration? Now they pushed the demonstration to the 26th, and that one too, they wanted to sabotage it. Like, they were spreading false information, and also they were trying to use the president to sabotage people until a few people decided to go. So you see what we are talking about. No wonder South Africans are always taking the matters into their own hands. They are like, we are not waiting for any government official to do nothing. You see, this is how bad these Nigerians, when they come to your country, they behave. And you hear they will come into your inbox to sabotage you and still want to make you shut your mouth, even though you are speaking the truth. Like, why do you think it's okay for you to take advantage of people's hospitality like this? South Africans have always been right. I'm not even going to say anything bad. I'm just apologizing to South Africans for not supporting them in the beginning, for always thinking that, oh, we are all Africans, using Pan-Africanism as an excuse. And Nigerians will always say African instead of saying Nigeria. They will always use their bad behavior to destroy the name of Africa. And they will say an African because everybody see us as Africans. Until you realize that, oh, Nigerians are the problem. The Nigerians are the ones causing all this mayhem. Africa will never be united. So Nigerians, check your attitude. When South Africans are saying that they don't like foreigners in their country, sometimes I think I agree with them. Not because I support xenophobia, but I think we should all start to understand some things. If there were no foreigners in South Africa, let's say there were no other African countries in South Africa, I think South Africans would be able to solve their problems better. They would have been focused more on the white people. Their focus would be more on the problems of Orania or any other thing. Because these white people are indigenous, they have lived there longer before the other Africans came to South Africa. You understand? So those new people that came in also brought their own problems to South Africa. So now South Africans have to deal with the foreigners, like the Africans who came to South Africa for greener pastures, and also deal with the whitey people who will always choose the immigrants, who will always choose the foreigners over the local people, because they know that the local people are know their rights, they know what they want, they have experience in whatever they are doing, and yet they don't want to pay them the price or the amount of money that they need. But for a foreigner who is looking for opportunity, will take advantage and then make the South African look lazy. I am now beginning to understand South Africans. These are some of the things that we have to address. As Africans, before you travel to somebody's country, let's face the facts. Let's fix the problems in our country. Let's all understand that we all have different problems that we face before you go to see that opportunity and make it look like the people who live there are lazy and that they don't want to do any job, or they don't want to do this, or they don't want to do that. There are problems in everybody's country. Don't let it make it look like they are jealous of you because they are telling you to get out of their country. No, nobody is jealous of you. But you are making it harder for them to solve their problems. You are making the problem even more difficult, because the more you come in and troop in and create an impression that the country is better and that the people who live in it don't know what they have. That is not right. That is wrong. You are looking down on people and you are disrespecting them. Well, I know you are Nigerian, that's why you are disappointed. So you expected me to defend Nigeria over Ghana, right? This is some of the problems some of you are confused about. I'm a Ghanaian, you are a Nigerian, and you are all fighting for Africa unity. A Nigerian comes to live in Ghana without the proper documents, and then you are telling us that we should allow them. Do you know the kind of things that are happening in Ghana right now? Ghana is a small country compared to Nigeria. Nigeria has a huge land and a huge population. Imagine Nigerians trooping to Ghana every day. How is that sitting well with you? So now you, the huge country that is always trooping to Ghana every day, and these content creators are the main source of contact. He is on social media talking about Ghana is good, Ghana is this every day. These people will contact him and he is going to be their source to come to Ghana, and then he's going to establish them, and then he's going to take money from them. Now, we want to know how legal he is. What is wrong with that? Is it wrong to ask for a legal document from people who are in a different country? Or when America asks you for legal documents, that one, because it's America, they have the right to say that they are not xenophobic. But when an African country asks another African country for legal documents, it becomes xenophobia, right? You see the hypocrisy? We are so hypocrite. We don't even want to acknowledge the fact that we have to live in another African country with the legal document that is supposed to be. He living in Ghana for all those years, how is he legal in this country? Let's be fair. Let's be real. Let's stop trying to name call people when they are speaking truth and facts. In Nigeria, Ghanaians who live in Nigeria don't have that kind of luxury. It is only Nigerians who live in Ghana that are making content like this. Go and check if Ghanaians who live in Nigeria are able to live freely. We all see what is happening every day. We all know the stories that happen in Nigeria every day. And don't let us dispute the facts. Stop being tribalistic. Let's face facts as it's supposed to be. Africa is for Africans, Ghana is for Ghanaians, and until there is peace in every other African country, nobody should talk about Pan-Africanism. We don't want to hear it.
If you go to Congo, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. If you go to Zimbabwe and Zambia, they are not comfortable with Nigerians. In fact, even a country that is close to Nigeria as Ghana have a problem with the Nigerians. There is a problem, there is a general trait that Nigerians have. There's unnecessary aggression that other people don't find comfortable.
Why do you think there's seemingly an influx of Nigerians in most African countries?
Because their country, I think because of the terrorism effect that is going on in their country, and again because of the bulging population and the high rate of unemployment, so they are operating like Chinese. they are finding a way they can deposit their population. Unfortunately, they are depositing themselves with their Nigerian cultures, which do not fit in us. Even in Nairobi here, when you go to Kilimani here, we always see Nigerians opening, wanafungua bunduki, wanataka kupigana na the Kenyans. Those kind of things we have to make sure that they stop. If you go to Donholm, they are doing very crazy things with our ladies, and those are the things that in fact, even this week on Sunday, the police arrested 3 people. Some of them were Nigerians with fake money. M-Pesa, they are hacking into our M-Pesa. They are having fake money, illegal trade that are done by these guys. We are only asking Nigerians and other foreigners in our country that let them live within the norms and traditions of the people of that host country, for them to enjoy the freedom and everything that that country brings.